Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of the Island Preservation Challenge. So we got all that stuff done from the last episode. We'll just take a look real quick. I decided to plant oilseed radish in this field, which is why it's ready to harvest. I planted it at the end of last episode. So I'm still not sure exactly what I want to put in here. I need to do the math on the inventory that we currently have to determine which would be best suited for this spot. But I'm actually kind of feeling like canola might be the winner. I think we're doing fine on soybeans, and we aren't doing fine on canola and sunflower. So yeah, I feel like canola is an easier one to deal with as far as harvesting goes. Soybeans and canola is done with a regular harvesting head. So I don't need anything special for sunflower. So I think that's just what we're going to do for right now. All right, as far as our dream home goes, let's take a visit. We got cement bags last night, or after the video, and after I was doing everything, one popped out, and I ran it over and dropped it off because it was asking for it. So I dumped in some cement bags, about 1,006 or something like that is what it had spit out. As you can see, it has 3,984 and it's currently missing 3,226. So we don't have very many in there. It used some, and then it stopped counting down. So as far, see the time. Let me put the time back. Anyway, if we sit here long enough, we'll see some of those numbers changing. So things are still cooking. We did sleep since last episode, so we have everything going on. And you see I got a new tractor. There's been some changes to the farm, so I'll just run through them real quick. I bought this tractor to permanently attach and leave on the slurry bucket, so that I can get to it quick and easy and don't have to go and, round up another tractor or something like that to do it. As you can see, we have 8,000 stones in here and still a bunch of wood chips, and we got about a half pallet of cement. And that was from overnight. So from here overnight, we got a single pallet of short planks. Right? Is that a pallet? It's 5,000 planks. Nice. Okay. And then we have 5,000 long planks. So we'll get those on a cart and drag them on over. How are we doing with the pigs? So they have no slurry, but I'm pretty sure they all have good food. I went yesterday at the end of the day and dumped all of the available pig food into both of these silos, basically filled them up. I also added in a multi-fruit silo to put the remainder of the pig food and the soybeans in. So what happened is, you remember we did the harvest on the soybeans and they were in the cart, right? And then when I needed to move the pig food, I couldn't because the cart was full of soybeans. So it wouldn't fit in the production. It was full. So it was either sell them, which I wasn't going to do, or buy a silo. So silo. And it's fine. We'll put our stones in here. We'll put everything in here. It's a multi-fruit. It holds like 8 million things or whatever. So it's great. It's going to work out good. All right. I weeded this field. I hoed it actually. And I bought the damn hoe. Okay. So there you go. I just bought the hoe. What else do we have? I cut down 2 more trees. So we're at 4 total. This got empty last night before we slept, and so I went and just took out 2 trees, and so they're in the sawmill now, and they're cooking along. When it runs out again, and we have there you go, it's empty again. So we're going to need to get another tree. So that's just another thing to add to the table today. All right, what else do we have to do today? We have weeds in these 2 fields, which is why I just bought the damn hoe, because we're just going to need to use it. So if we visit this one, we still have small weeds. And if we run over to our second field, it's pretty much going to be the same. We have small weeds. I've already checked them, of course. I'm just showing y'all. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not on this field. Duh. It's this field. Yeah. This is the one that has the weeds. So, yeah. And that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. Let me grab the Massey and I'll chuck that on the weeder. Oh, I forgot to turn my remote control on. All right, let's get the Massey going. We'll get them on the hoe, and we'll get them out there hoeing it up. Oh boy. All right. Yes. We'll get this guy on a worker. Go. We'll jump over into the Fent. And let's start doing some deliveries. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pick up the wood, and we will take it on over to the construction site. Seems like something fun to do. It uses a lot of wood. I did end up building most of it on my test map, but frankly I got tired of counting after I don't know how long. It was a lot. So I just kept dumping the stuff in there, you know. And I was like, okay, so I paid attention to how many cinder blocks because it only needed one. It only was in one stage. But it's just going to take a lot. So I think we're just going to have this sawmill cranking over here. Once we get the 5,000 liters of cement bags, we won't need that anymore. We'll probably end up selling that production because we're not going to sell the items from it. I'm definitely going to have to do a lot of landscaping around here, which is, you know, fine. I have no problem with that. Oh, I guess it doesn't need any more short planks. How many did it take? A couple thousand of them. All right, well, that's fine. Maybe it'll need them in another phase. I'll just leave them over here for the time being. All right, let's go back and see what's happening. Whoa. All right. So it's got 7,500 planks. So that's all it needs. I don't know if that's all it needs total or if that's all it needs for the stage. I don't know. But you know, because the cement bags is in there, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with these. I don't use them. So this would be the first time. I mean, I've seen them built. I've watched other people, Daggerwin and a bunch of other people build. Hold on a second. I got to take my jacket off. Sorry about that. Okay. Whoa. Just about knocked everything off my desk. All right. I've seen people use them. I've seen people build them and stuff like that. I understand how they work. I've seen demonstrations, blah, 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 but I've never done one myself because I just don't care. I don't see any reason to use them other than they're cheap, but they're not really cheap. They take a long time to build. There's a lot of effort involved, so I don't really see them as anything. It would be one thing if they had really unique designs or something like that, but it doesn't seem like they do. It seems like not a lot of effort's been put into the whole buildable situation, but whatever. It's cooking. It's cooking over there, so we'll just try to keep it cooking all the time, 24/7, so it's no time that it's dead. All right, now we got to go drop off the... Well, I guess we should sell some stuff. Let's see what's out. We don't have any salt. Seems like we have some soybeans. Oh, I did a bunch more balancing. Yeah, so I did a bunch of balancing on the greenhouses, the vegetable greenhouses, and the farm production. So we're making, well, I don't know if we are or not. Let's take a look before I say that. Farm factory. All right, we're growing red beets now. So I want to make triple soup. Right? Triple soup. Yes, carrots, parsnips, red beets. So we'll set this to spawn triple soup. Where are you? Triple soup. Spawn. And then I think we'll set red beet suit to spawn as well, but I'm not going to turn it on yet. We'll see how much shows up. Let's see, how much do we have? We have a lot of red beets. Okay. Yeah, I had suspected that these were going to start cranking them out. I think I got my manure problem solved. What I did was, again, this is in the scheme of balancing. I turned the soybean manure off so that these 3 greenhouses stop asking for it. Because at the moment, we're a little flush with soybeans, right? So I don't need more. Really, they're just accumulating in these items. I mean, they might be transferring a little bit over to the soybean oil factory, as you can see, but it's 100% full, or 99 point whatever percent full. So, they're just going to build up. So I didn't need to I didn't need to demand the manure. So I actually went through and pulled it out of these and dumped it into the oil and taproot ones. So you can see that they have quite a bit of manure now. And I would say that the liquid manure dryer has absolutely caught up. I mean, not really. There's no backlog in here yet. But once these fill up, obviously there'll be a backlog. I'm not sure if they will. And I think at that point, once they start filling up, we may turn on like the red beet manure and stuff like that. Although I think that would just have us make more. As you can see, we have a lot of carrots in here, right? And that's my problem, is I don't like having that buildup of inventory inside the factories. But if you come over here and look at this, so if we look at preserved carrots, even though there's a lot of carrots in there, it's only 21 hours. And it's only, it's 3.6 days of parsnip soup, but it's only 21 carats of preserved food carrots, right? And how much parsnips? Preserved food carrots, preserved food parsnips, 3.6 days preserved food parsnips. And then where's parsnip soup? Parsnip soup. Is that not running? It's inactive. Whoa. All right, hold on. Let's go fix that. Parsnip soup. Huh. Okay. Turn back on. Where are we on parsnips? Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a lot of parsnips. 172,000 parsnips. Okay. Anyway, so I think you get the point. I'm kind of big on balancing out my productions if I can. And that's how I know, if I need to add another greenhouse or turn something on or turn something off and, that kind of stuff, because I don't want to waste the resources. There's no point in wasting the water or the manure. I mean, I realize that both of them are essentially free to us, but that's not the point. I mean, there's my effort that goes into refilling them. So that's not free, not as far as I'm concerned. But anywho, so let's sell off some stuff. Yeah, see, that's the problem with driving over the curbs in some of these tractors. All right, what do we got? 220 G's. Nice. Nice. So that gives us $299,000. So we don't really need to buy anything at the moment. We do need a harvester, but I'm perfectly happy to just continue leasing one. I really want one with that 15-meter head, but I don't want to buy a harvester big enough to support a 15-meter head. That's going to be the big John Deere, the ones in that line, that tier of harvesters. And they're all crazy expensive. I mean, they're just insanity. Anyway, I feel like I'm just perfectly happy to just continue leasing that thing. And I feel like that's going to be the end of it. All right. So we do need to cultivate under the oilseed radish on the big field. So let me go grab the cultivator and drag that on over to that big field. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until this one finishes the worker, since he's almost done. He might be done by the time we get over there and set up. And then I'm going to put the cultivator on a worker, and then I will weed this small field. It should be pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah. Oh, I told you guys about a mod I found that added a storage tank to greenhouses. I put one in last episode. So with the adding on the red beets into the oil and taproot greenhouses, I felt like it was pushing their water demands higher than I was comfortable with them being. So what I did was I turned that off, obviously. I didn't turn it off. I added in the water tower, the water tank, and it added in a 30,000 capacity to their water tanks, to the water tanks of the greenhouse. So basically, they have an extra 30K that I believe is shared. And then each of them has their own, I think it was 80,000 K or 80,000 on each of the greenhouses. I think they had their own that. So they fluctuate, right, using that 80K, and then they have that shared 30K underneath. I don't know exactly if that's how it works. It hasn't gotten that low yet. But, excuse me, if it does, I will, well, we'll find out together how it works, right? So stay tuned for that. I'll show you where I put it. I purposely put the greenhouses in the way I did and left a little bit of space to kind of sneak it in between. So I think I could put another one in and get the 60. They have several sizes in the mod pack, and they're under silo extensions. I'll show you here when we get done with this pass. I'll show you in the menu where it is and all the rest of that kind of stuff. I don't remember the name of the mod. Maybe we can suss it out from looking at it in the menu. All right, first I need to make sure there's no weeds. Yes, good. Thank God, I don't like it when there's weeds. All right. First of all, there's the tank. I'll pop into the construction. It'll be easier to see it, I think. So there's the tank right there. So I left a little bit of extra space in between these guys so that I could try to pop these in here. And they're under factories. And I believe the factories are a water mod that you have to pay for. You have to pay to put the water in, and then you can take the water out, I think. Or I think you can just fill it up yourself, and then it just holds water. So it's a 7.5. They have a 15. They have a 30. And then they have this big 60K. And then if you go under containers, or is it silos? Yeah, it's containers. Oh, silo extensions. If you go under silo extensions, they have the same thing. So I put in this one here. It's $4,000 and it's 30K. This one is 60,000, but it obviously is not going to fit in that spot. I didn't think that it would, but this one fits in nicely. And I think I could probably put multiple in here. So if I really wanted to beef up their water capacity, it also has a range. It did not affect this. It did not affect the soybean factory. It only affects greenhouses. So it bumped up this, but not these two. So if you look at this one, where the heck am I? Here we go. This one has 75,000, and this one is 45. So it just added 30 to it. So that's good to know. If I wanted to beef up those two, I'd have to put a bigger tank in. I don't really, there you go, so slow. I don't really feel like it's necessary, but these were going through the water kind of a little quick. So they have 108,000. Well, 110 is their max, right? They already had 80, so they got another 30 on top. So that's good. And that applies to all of them, right? They all have 110 now. So I think that 30 on the bottom, or whatever is their shared, So let's get over and get this field hoed up. It's like the Game of Thrones over here with Hodor. Hoed up. Oh boy. All right. This is the field, correct? We have weeds here. Yes. All right. We're on it. All right, guys, we're almost done. We just have this one little strip left to do, maybe 2 passes, and then we're done weeding. So I don't think we have much else to do today. Oh, we need to go get a tree. Crap, I forgot about the tree. We need to get a tree. At least one, maybe two. We'll see what we think we're going to need. Let me see if there's any weeds over. Oh, no, we got it all. Okay, good. All right, now let's go get a tree. We need more wood chips to keep the sawmill going. I'm kind of liking this wood chip and sawmill situation. It's a whole lot easier. It's a lot cleaner. I don't know. I don't love lumberjacking on this in this game. I mean, I've done it. I've done the whole lumberjack thing where you get the forest map and there's nothing on there and you have to do all the stuff. I mean, it was interesting, I guess, for a little bit. I don't know. Just didn't exactly appeal to me. It's a lot of crap. I mean, I don't mind using the yarder, the one that is self-propelled that doesn't require a vehicle attached to it. That one's okay. I don't love wood chipping. This is the only time I wood chip. I mean, normally if I wood chip, I will wood chip in the fixed wood chip production where you put logs in and it just turns them into wood chips. And I've done that before. I mean, I've done poplar, and so you end up with wood chips in poplar. And, you end up with wood chip infrastructure and stuff like that. So, I mean, I've done that. I don't love it. I wasn't planning on doing it on this challenge because, no farming or no tree stuff. We're not allowed to cut trees down. So I just wasn't planning on doing it and don't really want to. So I think I'm going to take down 2 trees. This thing is really fidgety. I find that it's easier if you just there. We see that? And then it just goes away. Oh, well, sort of. There it goes. Now it's gone. All right, I'm going to take 2. Let me find another good candidate. I think that one over there is going to be our best one. Looks the biggest. So I have 30,000 liters. We only have 10,000 more liter capacity. Let's see what we get out of this beastie. Oh, look at that. Okay. Shoot it all up. Nice. Let's go dump this into the... Oh, I think I left a stump there. Let's go and get that stump first of all. And then let us dump this into the sawmill. Yeah, when it does that little thing where it settles itself back down, that usually means it's got it. All right, let's get out of here. That's our salt dumping place. In case you didn't notice, I got rid of the salt. Don't ask any questions. Paint the ground. Stuff goes away. This thing over here, this is an absolute poop show. Look at that. Look at the trailer. Look at the camper. I mean, the camper. Look at the tractor. It's like wavy. I don't know what's happening over. Whoop. I don't know what's happening over here. So see, it just shoots it right through the cab, right through the box. Whatever. Don't ask questions. It's farm sim physics. It all works. Didn't you know that wood chips can just shoot right through the thing? Hey, you know what? Maybe we should turn off planks, at least for a little bit. It didn't need them. Let's do that. Turn off planks. If we need more, we'll turn them back on. Now let's just focus on some prefab walls. I turned off prefab walls. We'll need them in later phases, but I think we drop out planks or long planks or something, or maybe planks. I don't remember which one drops out, but one of them we don't need anymore. One at the time we need prefab walls. So I should probably cut these trees down. I don't really feel like it's worth it. Oh, I need to go get more trees, don't I? Yeah. Maybe we should plant them over there, and so I don't have to drive all the way back here. I think that is a fine idea, and I'm going to do that. Yeah, all right, so let's grab the tree planter and go plant some more trees. I'm just going to grab a bucket of them, like 60 or something. The next size up, I think I got a little 20 last time, so we'll get 60 this time, and we'll just go plant some preemptively. Although I took 2 trees, and I'd already taken 4, so I'm 1 over at the moment. So I need to plant 5 trees right now. So I will do that. We will do that somewhere on the other side of the map, or over by the store, because, you know, I got to go there to get them. And then I think I'll probably just leave the planter over there. We may have to buy a piece of a plot, which I expect we will. Maybe not. We'll see. We will see. So I don't know if any of you guys noticed my publishing frequency or not, but for the most part, I am publishing 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I am not publishing on the weekends. I have a previous engagement on the weekends, most weekends. So I don't want to be editing and stuff like that on the weekend. So I try to get it all done during the week and then schedule them. All right, so there's 60 trees. Last time we did, what did we do? We did Manchurian red pines. What should we do this time? No, let's do the red pines again. I'm gonna keep focusing on them. We aren't doing them in the same place. If we were doing them in a different place, I would pick different ones. Also, I wouldn't buy so many of them. But because we're buying 60, I'm gonna be okay with that. All right. So after that gets done cultivating that field over there, the Fent, we're going to have to get in there and rock pick it. I'm not going to put the rocks in the cement factory. I'm going to dump them into the silo. I don't think we can take them out. Oh, by the way, I turned the field lines off, which I'm going to turn back on right now. Farmland border display. Show in game. Yes. Oh, interesting. Show only owned. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. That was what I wanted. I wanted to know what I own. All right, let's get tree planting. And we got to do 5, right? I think that's correct. We might do 10, and then I don't have to worry about it for a little bit. I think we're going to just go skirt right along this property line here. And yeah. All right, let's do 10. 1, 2, I feel like Count Chocula. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shit. Okay, there's 10. Oof. If it wasn't for the pieces left, I wouldn't even have been able to see it. All right, now I am just going to leave this tree planter right here. You can just chill out. Oh, don't roll into the field. Don't do that. Did it go into the field? Because you know that's going to be a problem. Of course it did. Of course it did. You, right there. Boink. Okay. All right. Tree planting. Check. Got to stay in compliance, right? Let me go get the stone picker and just get that prepped up to go into that field. I think it was yesterday, or I don't know, whatever. Oh, yeah, there you go. AI worker's done. Um, I did put the wider tires on here, and I buffed the engine. Bought the big engine for this one for no reason other than I wanted to. So I like the bigger, weighted, heavier wheels. I feel like it makes the vehicles a little more stable, and it makes them less prone to jiggling and wobbling around, stuff like that, when they're riding on uneven ground. At least in my opinion, anyway. So I like those, and I when you add in that extra inertia from the bigger wheels and the weights, I feel like the extra horsepower definitely helps get things up and going. So that goes along with it as far as I'm concerned. All right, so we're going to get over there. We're going to put this guy on a worker and get him stone picking. And then we will bring the cultivator back. I think I might swing it into the shop, get a little wash, maybe a little fixie. We'll see what the damage is. Depends on what the damage is, of course. So do we have... We do not. Let's just turn this off. I'm going to put you on a vanilla helper. Vanilla helper. Get it done. Oh, why did you not finish this? Helper, you're fired. No, lift up. I know that the workers don't like fields like this. I wish I had an option to make the field more square or more rectangular, whatever they prefer, the workers. But I need to maximize yardage, and I can't cut down stuff to accommodate my squareness, so y'all are going to have to use that steering wheel. So many spots they missed. They don't usually miss this many spots, I don't think. Oh, that's a... I think this is just a hard field to do. That would be my guess. It's another reason I like Courseplay, because some of these things you can address by settings and options, you know? Like the field overlap. That's when you're doing ups and downs, what percentage overlap do you want? Sometimes when you have really twisty fields and stuff, it's, you know, you end up with more gap in between the lines on the curves, you know? So you can set the overlap wider. Oh my God, look at that. Can't leave that. I guess I could, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. That's it. I don't care. I'm not saying it. Don't look. Close your eyes. Anyway, yeah, so you can set the field overlap to be something different, so that you can control how much of that you overlap. And often what I will do is I'll reduce it. By default, I think it's between 7 to 10%. So if you think 10%, if you have an 18-meter implement, almost 2 meters of it is overlapping. That's a lot. That's not super efficient. So if you're sloppy, you know, 10% is probably good. But if you're trying to be precise, 10% is just a way overkill, right? If you have 10 rows, that's 20 meters that you just drove over twice for no reason. So I usually reduce it to about 4% if I can get away with it. And, you know, I mean, so far it's worked. I guess I should get the cedar together and drag that over to that area, because that's what's coming up next. The planta. And we're going to put canola in that field. Yeah, all right. We are full on seeds. So let's get over there. And as soon as we're done rock picking... Whoa. I definitely put all this stuff in here too tight. I feel like when I'm placing buildings, Captain of Industry has infiltrated my life too much. I'm always trying to jam and cram stuff into every little square inch, because, you know, there's never enough real estate in that game. I don't know if you guys play that or not, but You should definitely take a look at it if you like factory games. This isn't a factory game, obviously. This is... I don't even know what I would classify this as. This is a simulator, right? It's not a factory game, but whatever. So what else are we got to do? Let's take a peek at the productions, the old production manager, and see how things are going. So we got 1.6 days of wood chips and stones for the cement bags. We got 1 day on the planks, long, and wood beams. We got 2 days on the wheat to make flour. We have 9 hours of bread left. We have 20 hours of preserved fruit carrots, 1.4 days of parsnips, 20 hours of triple soup, 20 hours of carrot soup, 1.4 days of parsnip, 2.5 days of sunflower, 18 hours of canola, and yeah, 6 days in the greenhouses, 3 hours in the straw hats, of course. 18 days over there, 4 hours in the manure dryer. Oh, that reminds me. I think we need to, what's the manure sitch, the slurry? Oh, there's a little bit. Yeah, very cool. We don't have to worry about it at the moment. All right, back to this. Manure dryer, where are you? There we go. 4 hours left. 2.8. 2.8. So with that 30K, it only buys us 2.8. I'm thinking we may want to put another one in there because that means we can't even sleep for 3 days. Let's put another one in. Let's put another one in. I like the idea of that. I want to be able to sleep for 3 days. 3 days, 3 months is a comfortable amount of sleeping time, so far as I am concerned. Boom. And did that give us more? Yeah. Yes, it did. It was 110. Now it's 140. Nice. All right, let's leave this here for the moment. And, hey, come on. Drop. Oh, right. I can't use that key. Anyway, let's go swing by and get some petrol as well. I really need to get a fuel tank at the farm. I don't want to put one in. Just another thing to spend money on. This feels perfectly good right here. I'm always driving by this place anyway. All right, let's head back to the yard. Oh yeah, I remember what we're doing now. We're going to fill up the buckets. I want to fill up the water with the extension that I just added because I'm curious to see how much that adds another 30,000 to the amount of time. I'd like to get it just 3 days. I'd only need 3 days. Like 3.1, 3.2, even just 3 by itself would be okay. Although that means that well, it's already full. That means that when I wake up from my 3 months, or my 3-day sleep or vacation, that I'm going to have to fill up a ridiculous amount of water. I don't love that idea. This is numero uno, and we are already at 140,000 liters. So what does that give me water-wise? Let's see. Oil and taproot, number 1. 3 days, look at that, exactly. Okay. So if I'm going to sleep for 3 days in the future, which I think we may be doing soon here, as soon as I get done with this field, then I will have to ensure that all of these are full before we go out for sleepy time. And this guy should have got some more too. Let's go dump the rest of this into the There we go. Yeah, see, if you do the water thing often enough, or anything for that matter, you don't need the giant bucket. But when if I'm completely empty, that's a whole lot of filling up. It's a lot of back and forth, you know what I'm saying? I love it. Let's check the slurry sitch. 4,000. We'll just collect it. We will collect it. We will dump it because we only have 16,000 capacity on this tanker. Yes. Gotta keep everything running. But now that we have some manure built up, I could probably turn it on for the soybeans or the barley or the wheat, but we don't need it. You know, we aren't lacking in those areas at the moment. And the ones we are lacking in, I can't increase them anymore. We had to put in more. We had to put in more greenhouses, and I don't think that we can support another greenhouse with our current infrastructure. I think we might need more pigs, more slurry, more of that kind of stuff, and frankly, I don't think I want to. So, we should be ready to seed. Let's get down there and hope we're ready to get some seed in the ground on this field. I do like how big and wide those tires are. I like the way that looks, the way they hang over the defenders like that. I think that's a sharp looking tractor. I even like the color scheme of the fence. Yeah. I don't know if I'd buy one, like in the real world, but, you know. I would definitely buy a Massey Ferguson. I actually went to a dealership in, I think it was Mississippi. I was traveling through there for something. And there was a farm equipment dealer, not far from where I was. So I went in there and, they wouldn't let me drive anything, but I went in and poked around and looked at everything. It was kind of neat. They're freaking ginormous, these things. They had a couple of Masseys. They didn't have this big one. They had mostly the medium-sized tractors at that place. So, we're going to finish this, and when we are ready... How much further we got here? What do we got? Oh, we got a lot. All right, so I'm gonna do a jump on this one, a jump cut, and I will bring you back when we're ready to start the seeding. Yeah. All right. See you then. Hey guys, welcome back. We just finished stone collecting, and I chucked the Fent on with the planter and put them on a worker, and they're cooking on that. Meanwhile, we have 8,989 stones in our stone picker, which I'm pretty happy with. I don't know how many were in here to start. I don't honestly remember. I don't know if there were any. This might be all from that field. I don't know. This is the first time that I've planted a crop on that field and then cultivated it, right? Obviously, I plowed it and stone picked it. We didn't get that many stones. In my testing, though, you don't get as many stones from plowing it as you do from using a deep cultivator, particularly that cultivator. Now, I don't know if that's unique. I did not test a whole bunch of them. There's only a few proper deep cultivators in the game. And I honestly just haven't had time to, do the testing and repeatedly and, to actually be able to speak, definitively about how they behave. So I don't know. But so far, that one does produce considerably more. So on my testing, if I plow a field that's already there, right, that had a crop in it or whatever, and I just plowed it up, maybe I'll get like 1,200 stones out of that field, and let's say that's 2 acres, 3 acres, something like that, right? Not a huge field, but not a very small one. Think one of the 3 fields on Riverbend Springs. You get about, you know, 1,500 to about 3,000 stones, depending on one of those fields, just from plowing it. Now, same fields using a deep cultivator, you get, you know, 3,000 to, let's say, 5,000 for the same piece of property. And all I did was I went in and I reset the game, right, to where they were in their original state, and then I just ran the cultivator over them instead of the plow, and, you know, kept track of how much I got out. So it's different for sure. I mean, I can tell you on this map, it's different for sure. I just got way more out of that big field on the cultivating than I did from plowing. So, yeah, another thing to investigate. I will add it to the list of things to figure out in this game. Anywho, I think what I'll do while we're waiting for that to finish, I will collect up the pallets that are sitting out, and I will go sell them, because I'd rather have the money than have the inventory sitting there in the production. I made this too tight. You guys, you need to let me, you need to stop me from doing that, you know? Be like, dude, it's too tight, don't do it. Because I can't get in here. Now it's a poop show. It's a poop show when I need to go pick up pallets from this place. I need to move it, but that's going to require destroying it and losing half of my money or more to then pay for it again. Which is why I'm not doing it to the attitude adjustment, just out of spite. Not doing it. Not doing it. I will just deal with it. Even though it irritates me. It's okay. I can live with it. Anywho, I guess I need fuel as well. All right, so this is about all we got to do today. I'm going to go check on the house again. It's about 2 p.m., so everything's been cooking all day. We'll get everything going. 40 grand, not bad, not bad. $330,000. About 10% of where we need to be. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, we're going to check on all the critical productions. We still need to get furniture, and it's not an insignificant amount of furniture, so we may end up logging anyway. I don't remember if this production does anything about them. I don't know, but I think it's a good idea to go check, because now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Yeah. All right. Chip and sawmill. No. All right. We need to do something about furniture. Let us see. Filter output. Furniture. Hey, can somebody answer me why this is not in alphabetical order? I mean, I would think it would be so much easier to just make a list to be in alphabetical order, you know? It's so hard to find stuff in here, because you have to remember, like, did I loop through already? Did I miss it? Is it not in this list? Okay, now I gotta go slower because I don't know if I passed it up or not. There it is. Furniture. Start. Gimme. All right, the palletizer. Carpentry greenhouse wood. What is that deal? That's just a smaller one. There's another carpentry. The drive-in. Another carpentry. 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 So apparently nothing that does it with wood chips. I mean, I could go for some wood chip furniture. I mean, you know, I think that would be awesome sauce. I really appreciate that. I would buy that. All right, so we're going to have to buy one of these at some point. I'm not going to buy it now. I don't feel like wasting the money because we certainly aren't ready for it. It's not asking for it yet. So I don't think that we're going to bother trying to provide it. Yeah. We need more cement, more wood beams, and more prefab walls. I don't think I delivered a complete prefab wall, you know, like one entire pallet. I think it was incomplete because I didn't have one. I didn't have one done. All right, so I need to roll that field. I bet you I lease that roller. I need to just buy that stupid frickin' thing. All right, I'm going to go buy it. That's it. And I need gas anyway in the old Massey. In the 9S, so we'll get that going. We'll go get some fuel, and then we'll pick up that stupid roller. I hate buying rollers. I mean, I know they're important. I agree with it. But still, I don't like buying them. I mean, honestly, I'm much happier with the one that rolls up, that Diablo one. Folds up. One of my biggest problem with them is storing them. I hate things like that that are ungainly, you know, like where... talk about ungainly. Wow, that looks, is that dirty? That looks rusty and stuff. Huh, I don't think I've ever noticed how messed up that looks underneath the car. That must be dirt. Huh, interesting. All right. I have to pay attention to that. Come on, man. Whoa. Okay, well. All right, let's, you know, we'll get you a wash too while we're at it. Why not, right? We got the pressure washer here. We'll get a little fix up. We're at 6% damage. If I had a lot of money, I would not let them get above or below 5. That is where I usually draw the line, is 5%. But I'm not making money my normal ways, so I don't have a steady stream of income. So we are doing that. Now, I just want to take a peek underneath here because I think it's interesting. Hold on a second. Huh, look at that. It's all clean underneath. Wow, that's pretty cool. I never noticed that. I wonder if it's always been that way or if that's new. Anyway, all right, let's run around and get a little petrol in my tank. Oops. All right. All right, we got to get the the roller. Yeah, this one. This is the only one that's worth getting, right? 27 meters. This one is the usual one, 12 meters. It's just so slow. And this one is just so gigantic. What the heck do you do with it? I mean, look how long that thing is. It doesn't fit anywhere. It takes up, wherever you put it, it takes up all the space. And then we got this one, right? Which is also 27 meters, or 24 meters. Close enough. It's 3 meters. You know, 3 meters ain't nothing. It's more money, you know, but not by enough, I don't think. This one is just as bad as that other one. That's so big. And this one, I mean, it works. It also is a multi. You can use it as a mower and a mulcher and a multi-roller. You can either have it do a farmland or grassland. I mean, it's super handy, but it has a lot of issues, or at least it has. Oh, wow. Now it's a cultivator too? And a plow? Sweet Jesus. Cultivator, plow, weeder. Weeder. Get the heck out of here. Is it a big weeder or a small weeder? I wonder. Huh. Anyway, all right, let's get what we came here for and get out of here. We're just going to buy it. Fine. Fine. I can stop leasing it. All right. So let's get prepped up. Roll that field. Is that guy done yet? Everyone seems to be taking a long time today. I don't know, is that just me? Am I impatient? I cannot tell. What's up, buddy? How much we got? Man, you're like halfway done. All right. All right, well, I'll be right back, and we will resume when we're getting ready to roll. All right, guys, we're back. We just got finished planting this, so I'm gonna roll this guy off the field, and let me just park him right here real quick, and we'll get the Massey going. Get that on the worker. Get that going on a worker while I put the Fent away. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to roll this, I think, myself. Just because I like rolling, and, you know, I haven't done any field work today on camera. But you know what I was noticing while I was sitting there waiting for this thing to finish? Oh yeah, let's put this in its travel position. Anyway, is that my Massey or my Fent is in bad shape. It's in 23% damage. That is unacceptable. So yeah, I'm gonna take this, swing this by the shop. We'll give it a little wash, a little washy, maybe. Oh, good Lord, these curbs. Come on, baby. There you go. There you go. I swear they should curve the roof on this thing, you know, just let it roll over. All right. Give me to it. Repair. Repair. Get a little washy. Wash my glow light, my glow. Okay. DUN. Alright, back to the yard. We will go and drop this, and then I will come back, and we'll do a little roll-in, maybe a little time-lapse action. I know you guys are missing your time-lapse, so I don't want you to feel denied, so we'll get that in there. Next episode, we're taking a vacation. That's right, we're going on vacay. I'm thinking 3 months is going to be next episode. So, I think that when we're done with the roll-in, we're gonna call it a wrap on this episode, and then I will off camera go around and prep everything. You know, fill up everything, empty out everything, all of the responsible stuff. Where are we? Alright, I guess you were heading back around this way to do this line. Anyway, so I will go and do all that stuff, and then at the end I will sleep for 3 months. And then when we start the next episode, that will be when we wake up from that 3-month vacation. And we'll see what the status of everything is. I think that'll give us, I think we have 4 months on the soybeans that are in the field right now. So we'll have to harvest that shortly. We'll have a whole bunch of products that we have to go sell. We'll have a whole bunch of water to refill. There'll be chores galore. Hopefully we'll have a whole bunch of products to deliver to the construction site. Yay, that would be awesome. Yeah, so all right, I'm gonna get a time lapse going on this, and I'll bring you back when we're done. Alright guys, we're just about ready to wrap this up here. We're on our last pass, I think. Do you see this drifting roller here? This thing is crazy. I don't know if you were paying attention, but all of these little areas along the top ridge here, right here and right over here, I couldn't get the roller. It just kept sliding down the hill. That's a first for me. Now, I don't have a ton of experience with this particular roller, so I don't know if this is normal, but this is a pretty steep field. I'm not entirely surprised as shit, but I am a little bit. I would have thought it would have done a better job of sticking to the ground, but I don't know, whatever. All right, so we are done rolling. So let's pack this thing up and head back to the farm area. And I think that's it. That's all we're gonna do. So we're gonna wrap this up, and I will see you in the very next episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it today, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and all the stuff. I haven't already put this thing, of course. Anywho, all right, I will see you in the next one.